Hello, my name is Brant Hunt, and today is the 14th day of May 2020. And I want to respond to what I just watched here recently by a Fox News reporter at the White House talking to President Trump. Um, the way it was worded was that basically that the Army is going to be involved to mobilize and to do this vaccine. He is hoping that by the end of the year we will be able to do this, and it seems to be aimed at people who are aged, that is, those who are older who need to take this vaccine. But we'll see what he's up to. But this bothers me. This bothers me really badly. It's really none of the government's business to give out vaccines. You're not my daddy or mommy. I am independent and I don't need your help. This is the attitude of the government, is that they're supposed to take care of you. I don't want your damn help. Okay? I can do and serve myself and take care of myself. So if you're going to use the Army, or whatever force you're going to do, this seems to be is going to be some type of force way of a vaccine upon the public. And I don't know if he just named it simply was aimed at people who are basically elderly, as though they're sick or something like that. Really? So you're gonna attack the elderly people? Well, first of all, you're pretty elderly too, Mr. Trump, and maybe you should take the vaccine first. If it's you think it's such a great hot idea, I still will not follow what you're saying. I won't. So the government feels it's the president and the government feel it simply is this is what they're going to do. Well, this is to me basically a line in the sand. I can no longer support any type of actions of this. This is wrong. It is not your business to save my life. It is not your business to give me a vaccine. It's totally wrong. You overstep your bounds. And most people here in America think that's going to be, I don't know most, but many people think this would be a great idea simply is because it won't cost anything. Well, it might cost you your life. That's a pretty big deal, isn't it? After all, the people who invented this vaccine, you become a guinea pig. And remember now, this is critical for you to understand that basically that he's going to use the military. So my point simply is this to the military: you don't have that right to force anybody to quote unquote to give a vaccine. And that is not your job. And in fact, you're violating many things that basically you are actually being used in this country when the reality simply is only the state governments themselves using the National Guard. Although I don't recommend that neither. But the point simply is, why would you have to force, that is again, why would you have to have the Army, the military, to be involved into what I call an internal issue? You see. So, this is a critical junction. You're basically stepped over the line, and you're basically going to threaten people. This has not killed even 1% of the people. They are lying. The media is a part of this whole plot. I don't know how in the world you people who can be involved in media who can push this idea, but I know I sense that basically you're committed to the Marxist ideas, or what I would call simply globalist ideas, or what I would call maybe with the idea that simply is that we need to rule and subject people. They don't know better enough. They don't know good enough. So the idea simply is that the army and those who are involved with this are going to have to force this upon people, is what I'm gathering, and threaten people in their homes. And I'm going to say this much very clearly: that is wrong. And you can get a hell no from me, because I'm not going to be a part of this. This is all wrong, and you're out of jurisdiction. You have no business doing this to the American people. So that's just my point tonight, explaining what I feel. Many Americans just need to say no, hell no. Because if you don't speak out and say anything against it, then they assume that basically that you are for it. So you can no longer live in fear. You must stand and have courage to say no. Because this is wrong. Totally wrong. I know this simply is there are others out there who are involved in quote-unquote blaming China for this whole issue. So there's these ideas simply is that maybe we should go to war with China. Oh, really? Yeah, that's really a great idea. You know, I think what I understand close to now is at least 30 million people, probably more than that, probably 30 to 35 million people are out of work in this country because of a stinking virus that never really was even a threat to the people. If anything, anybody who sees through this could realize simply is this was a false flag, a flag that basically said this is going to detriment and destroy things, and all they've done is destroy those little small businesses, and they won't open back up. They won't. So where are you going to get the tax money for all this? You see, it's very clear that this is simply a way to exterminate people. That's what it's all about. Clearly, it's about that. This is no threat at all. But they feel that they must step on you and force their way upon you. And that's just tyranny. That's all it is. That's just plain tyranny. There's not even a foreign power threatening our country, but our own government is the one that's threatening the people here. So I would say simply is you're going to have to say no, and you may have to do more than just saying no, because this is wrong, totally wrong. And you're going to get this whole idea from the media spin as though it's going to be good for you, and it's not going to be good for you. The media has lied to us all along here, and some key individuals have lied also in order to, quote unquote, to push their agenda. So, anyway, that's my say. Peace to those